Vande Mataram. Good morning. We are going to discuss a very essential topic, most essential topic of the present time. So that must be known to everybody who are pursuing this method, integral yogic method, of course, the path of yoga. So the topic of discussion of this morning will be on the path of yoga. So almost we'll see and discuss from the writings of the mother. Interestingly, few lines we will quote from Sri Aurobindo. So the path of the yoga, you know that there is no royal path we have seen. So there is anyway the path is there. It has been constructed. Nothing was there initially. Sri Aurobindo's mother, they have prepared the path. They have actually very much designed the path. Of course, they are also the guide, and their guidance is carrying us through, spinning upwards and carrying in the path of evolution towards our destiny. So we are going to discuss now the path of yoga, almost from the writings of Sri Aurobindo, of the mother. Few lines from Sri Aurobindo, of course, we will try to quote. So Sri mother quotes: "Life is a perpetual choice between truth and falsehood, light and darkness, progress and regression. So ascent towards the heights and the fall towards the abyss." So there is two are there, one on the top, another on the bottom. So there is a choice between two. Choice between two, that is life. Already we know what is the life. There are 2 points. One is birth, another is death. The very line connecting the 2 points, so that is a linear line that is connecting your birth and death, that is your life. And we are leading the life, this life, many more. This is not the last life we are leading up. This is not the only life. Many lives we have already lived since time eternal, and many lives to be lived as the process of rebirth after this birth. So this life is a perpetual choice. There is a choice, of course, given to a very little, because they do who know really. Because originally people are living, but they don't know why they are living. They are moving, they don't know what is the purpose of their moving. They are moving, proceeding, but they don't know where they are moving and what is their destiny goal. Anyway, for the people who are pursuing this yogic method, yogic path, there is a perpetual choice between truth and falsehood. Number one is truth, another on the other hand, that is falsehood. Light and darkness, same thing, and progress and regression. So there is also one choice between them: the ascent towards the heights and or the fall into the abyss. So there are the two. From the two, you will take truth, light, progress, and ascent. On the other hand, you will find falsehood, darkness, regression, and the fall into the abyss. So there is a perpetual choice. Man country's continuous choice is imperative truth or abyss. That is the very echo of the mother for the time being. For the time being, that is the only call, only echo. It is for each one to choose freely. So most of the things, most of the time, by most people, they choose the negative path. All the negatory they choose, because they don't know what is this light, what is truth, why should we that ascent, that progress. They don't. They are least bothered. But thing is that it is a choice given to anybody to pick between the truth, between the two, one truth or abyss. Then next mother comes to quote here: in each one's life, a moment comes when he has to choose between the path and the middle, on the middle. So each time, each moment of the life, in the each one's life, a moment comes when he has to choose. There is no other go. Simply going for going sake, eating for eating sake, moving for moving sake, running for running sake. That is not the issue. Someone has to be very much clear about his future and his destiny, and for what is the aim and objective of life, and what for he is moving really. Then again, the path and the model. So between the two, he has to choose. There must be a clear choice. You can't put one foot on here and another foot on there. That is not possible. So you are just passing through the river. There are two boards. So you have to be here or there, and because thing is that people feel one leg on first one and second leg on second one. That is not the feasible way. That will, you will create. Initially, it seems happy, but thing is that you have to feel the consequence. So if you try, you will be torn to pieces naturally. So choice between truth or falsehood, that truth or abyss. If you keep one feet here, another there, then naturally you will be torn. Like Jarasandha, you will be torn to two equal halves like this, or unequal equal. But anyway, it is the half being halves, being torn to halves is the destiny. A heart that does not choose is the heart that will die. If mother clearly emphasizes and explains and precautions also, if you are unable to choose between the two, then you will die. If your choice is regarding the negation in the abyss side, that also you are going to die. So only way, only choice to live on, to live happily and to progress, that is the positive side, and only truth side, light side, progress side, that we have ascent side, and the heights only two is the heights, that is the only option. Anyway, mother quotes on the next mother goes to explain. You take up a spiritual path. Path means which path? There is no royal road prepared for you to reach your destiny. Destiny means it is not the like Katak, Bhubaneswar, America, Bangalore, like this, that royal road. That is not the path. Your destiny to reach at the destiny who is your yogic spiritual destiny. There is no royal road. Thing is that it was not there till the supramental incarnation, Mother and Sri Aurobindo descended here and took the incarnation of Tarhood. But actually, they have prepared, they have saved, they are driving. So, thing is that you have to take up the spiritual path only when you feel to you can't do otherwise, because there is no other go. This transformation can only be done by a power infinitely greater than the man's force. This is here in this quotation, directly quoted. Without any unaided effort, this path cannot be sticked. You can't stick to the original path, this yogic path. For that, actually, you have to pick up the right path, the right side, the right choice you have to make. And these are there, the path is there, the light is there, the guide is there, the guru is there. So, and the destiny is also, they are spinning through the path of evolution, they are spinning you up. Naturally, that is the only choice you have to do. Otherwise, just think truth or abyss, life or death, like this. The intellectual attitude comes first. Here in mother quotes, the intellectual attitude comes first, and the practice follows little by little. Intellectual attitude comes first. So just imagine intellectual. It is intellect. It is born from the ignorance, and the intellectual belief anyway. It will come fast. You have to know. You have to read. You have to compare. You have to make a decision. Intellectual anyway. This attitude comes first. Then practice follows little by little. Even mother has a question. A drop of practice is better than an ocean of theories, advices, and good resolutions. So you have to check that time that freedom of choice is given to you. Why? What is very important to maintain very alert will, the will to live and to be what one knows to be the truth. Anyway, the truth is there, the summary is there, that is truth. Then it is impossible to stop and even more to fall back. If the right choice is not done naturally, you will. There is a possibility you have to fall into the abyss, fall back into the backtrack from where you have risen up. Some other steer in the course, that hierarchy is there. Step by step, you have to climb up. Now, naturally, before climbing to the higher than where you are right now, you have to make it perfect. So perfect, otherwise there is a chance of falling and breaking the legs. And idiot, our destroyed what centuries made. So you have, with much difficulty, you have taking the centuries. Maybe with the bars, you have risen to a couple of parts. If that is not properly designed and properly not mastered, then very interestingly, eventually you will fall down to the very lower track within a couple of seconds. Again, mother quotes, all human beings have a spiritual destiny which is near or far depending upon each one's determination. very interestingly, Mother has quoted, all human beings have a spiritual destiny. Destiny, not only ordinary destiny, the spiritual destiny, which is near and or far, depending upon the one's determination. Your determination that fixes that actually that displays your goal or this one must will with in all sincerity, must will with all sincerity. That is the path. And again, Sri Aurobindo also quotes this yogic path, integral yoga, supramental yoga, Sri Aurobindo quotes. It is very top of course. You may find alone in the ambiguous, gods above are unwilling, and the demons on the path are spurious. So you have to take very much care. Anyway, the path, Sri Aurobindo quotes, although the path is common to all, each man has own way of following it. That's what Sri Aurobindo has quoted. Strive swiftly, don't make any delay. Then for the goal is far, rest not unduly. For the mother is waiting for the at the end of the road. That's what mother has Sri Aurobindo has quoted in a very interesting way. So the knowledge of the way is not enough, as the intellectuals mother quoted here try to explain. In knowledge is not enough. One must trade it like the brinjal you want to eat, so it is like in a picture or directly the real brinjal. So if you want to that trade necessity, that is the most necessity, you have to trade the untrodden path. That is what it is. A drop of practice is better than an ocean of theories, advices and good resolutions. ये प्रैक्टिस तो एक ही ड्रॉप है, लेकिन एडवाइसेस गुड रिजल्ट इट इज लाइक ए सी ओशन, इट डज नॉट मैटर, you have to practice drop by drop. Again, Sri Aurobindo, of course, quotes very interestingly the way. Sri Aurobindo quotes, each step forward is a battle. And when we are proceeding, the road of the yoga is long. Each inch of ground has to be won against very much resistance. That resistance are there. Even each step forward is a battle. The way is long, arduous, dangerous, difficult. That's what Sri Aurobindo precautions. Be caution, and later you will not complain, you will not compare, you will not make compromise. That is not required. The way is wrong, arduous, dangerous, and difficult. At every step, an abuse. So at every turn, there is a pitfall. Be cautious. You have to go. Anyway, so we'll try to go something into the descriptions as described by the mother. Very interestingly, your mother quotes three definitions mother has given. Sadhaka, what is that sadhana? And we know sadhana, sadhaka. So mother defines sadhaka, one who follows the yogic discipline. That is sadhaka. Sadhana, that is the yogic discipline. That is sadhana. Sadhana. Yoga, union with the divine. Very interesting, the union of the divine. But divine has to be distinguished, has to be taken care of. He must be known. Or otherwise, this human divine, this demon or something, the self-declared Babas, self-declared gods, simply you will try and surrender wholeheartedly, and finally you will find this is a failure. By extension, the path which leads to this union, that is the extension, that is the goal, destiny. I can remember one thing. So what we have to do? One day, was actually one small bird was trying to dry up this vast ocean. So Chanchu में actually पानी निकाल रहा था. Somebody saw, another friend saw, what are you are doing? See, my my infant, my child is actually drowned in the water. So I am trying to drown it up. Even if I try to request him for this to get it back, but actually it is not listening. So I am trying to dry up this sea. Then she laughed. Is it possible for you? Then he told, no advice, try to help. If you are possible to, it is possible for you, just help, no advice. Then it came and helped us. Like this, thousands of birds come, the no salah, only help, sahayata karo. So they helped without any giving advice. Then finally what happened, one time Narayan was moving on Garuda. Garuda found it, and he could be able to, it could be able to understand what is happening. Then he told, I am going to help. This Lord is telling, no, it is not possible. He is telling, okay, you just try to help, no advice. It helped, God came, and finally the sea gave back the child. Thank you.